Hey guys, what's going on? Good to see y'all. And it is time for some model building and hang out and chat. Yes, I did get a second camera rigged up. So that's what took me so long. I was trying to figure out how to make it so that way you could see my face and you could also, have the lovely build stuff down here. I have a new camera mount, so should make things a lot more sturdy. But yeah, just going to move this around. I got a new microphone stand on the way. And really quick, I do need to make sure that I send this out so that way folks can see it. No, I guess I did already send it out there, so never mind. All righty, folks. Hello, lovely folks. How y'all doing in the chat? Hey, Ms. K. Griff, how you doing? Good to see you. So, yeah, trying to do something a little bit different. I mean, I know that I've been trying to get back to doing a lot more of the model streams because, I mean, I really love doing this and I have a lot of fun with it. But, yeah, it's kind of been one of those where the hardest part about doing the model streams has just been how do I have it so that way it's not just my hands sitting here the entire time. So that way you can see me and you can see what I'm doing. Because I feel like that's a much more, if you want to call it anything, call it kind of a more person to person kind of experience. I like that idea a whole lot more than what I have been doing. So got the old Saturn V out. I need to start building on this some more. I've got the first stage mostly painted. I've got the green in here. I've got the white pretty much done on the outside. I'm going to eventually get around to doing a little bit of the masking for the black that's going to go on the outside. But I figure I've got this built already, so I'm just going to hold off on that for now. And then somewhere around here, oh yeah, it's up here. Yeah, I've already got, and this is the base for it, which I'm just going to put back there for now. And then I've already got the engines and the base plate that's going to go down here, already built and painted. So those are already taken care of. So I already got the engine bells, as you can see. I haven't done any of the weathering yet. That's going to be quite a few steps from now. But yeah, is what it is there. So I'm just going to take the thing of water slide decals, put that back there. And I think we're just going to get to it because not a whole lot else. It's just a whole lot of me rambling and setup before actually getting anything done. So the old destruction manual. So I guess we'll see where we're at right now. I think this page fell out. Okay, yeah, there's first stage. Okay. Three, four. All right, 5, 6, 7. All right, I guess that takes us to step 8. Okay. So that gives us a jumping off point, at least. I think. Yeah, this just fell right out of the inside there. Hey, look at me shuffling papers. It's like my day job. That's not to say I have anything negative to say about my job. I mean, I like my job. I like what I do. Yeah, like with any job, it could be a little bit boring at times. Hey, and good to see you there. Got somebody else, Dylan Neal. Ah, yes, 144th scale, one of Revell's favorite scales for use for kits. I have a cutaway Type 21 U-boat model kit in that scale. Nice, very nice indeed. I would, I would definitely love to see that U-boat. I would love to finally get my hands on a decent size. I'm thinking 48th scale, or something maybe even a little bigger if they make one of a Baleo class, because I want to do it up like the USS Stingray from the movie Down Periscope. You know me, it's my movie thing, so I I have to do everything with about movies. Like all of my model kits, pretty much all revolve around movies for the most part. But hey, that's just kind of me. Hey, Shinny Graham, say I am still at my day job. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I know you're a few hours behind us, so maybe that's not quite as bad because it's 9 o'clock here. But hey, glad you joining us there. It's been a while, Shenny. I miss you. So good to see you there. Take chat to work day. Yep. There we go. So, all right. Now I got to find my parts here, figure out where the hell I am. So, not there. I'm going to assume. Let's see. While I'm at it, I'm coming back just under this one, not the old nuked one. Cool. All right, good. I'm glad to hear that because, yeah, I say I need my shenny. I need my dose of shenny. All right, there we go. So really, I think as far as step 8 is concerned with this particular piece, this is just kind of an interconnecting ring that is just supposed to go. Does it go on top of this? Real quick, I'm gonna private chat brand overlays. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and actually turn that overlay off so that way you guys can see everything. That's a lot better. I'm gonna need to create another overlay that goes over the top portion of the of this just for future live streams. So yeah, we'll do that another day. Where does 8 go? I'm looking at this and I'm wondering something because this is all one solid piece, I think, for the most part. R6, L7, that's those two big pieces, I believe. I will probably have to retape this at a later time. I'm trying to figure out, are those the little connector pieces? The locking mechanisms. I feel under here. I must investigate. It has been so long since I've actually worked on this particular kit that I actually don't entirely remember my way around. Apparently, somebody broke the cardinal rule of while I'm streaming and texted me. Oh, wait. Nope. Never mind. That's not that. Okay, cool. Blah. Got that there. All right. Well, I'm just going to crack myself a break. Whoops. Is that a fleshlight? No. Thank God. No, that's just the first stage of the Saturn V. Let's see. Dylan says, sadly, the only model kit currently on the market of the Baleo class sub is a 1/700th by Hobby Boss, and it's very tiny in that scale. Might recommend some good old scratch building. Yeah. I mean, the Gato and the Baleo class were very similar, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I could probably scratch build that. I mean, if I could find a large enough Gato class, I could probably find some resin pieces that could probably fill in the gaps there. Oh shit! He says it wasn't me, but I saw your phone. But your phone was on camera. Whoops. Yes, I am realizing that I did that. So whoopsie daisy. Yeah. It's weird. I'm not used to having a camera like right here overhead directly because yeah, it's like I'm sitting right here, but then the camera is up here just above where you can see, and it's facing straight down, obviously. Okay. No, no, it's not a spicy text. Thank God for that. I save those for one person and one person only, and well, you know, frankly, divorce proceedings are a pain in the ass. So I don't want to go through that. All right. There we go. So I'm pull this up here just a little bit. So I'm just trying to get a look inside. Okay, yep, that's exactly what I was looking for. That little docking ring right there. There's a little claw on there. There's another piece right here. These pieces have a similar, it's a much smaller claw, but it's the same one. And that's what I was looking for on that one. I'm heading home for the night, but we'll have you and Ozzy on when I get home. By the way, all crew have their dice. Hell yeah. I am so happy about that. And I am still working on finalizing a few things with my current group of guys that I'm running through the campaign, but it's coming along. Say drive safe, Shenny, and say if you obviously want you to reach your home destination safely. And hey, always good to have is like have me and Ozzy on and say, there we go. Definitely hoping that Ozzy has his Friday morning after party like he usually does, tomorrow, so that and can hopefully this time, since I shouldn't have a stomach bug and shouldn't be sick as a dog, maybe I can go and enjoy a little bit of booby ball. 3 miles from home could roll in a crawl. Nice. All right. So that would just go on. Yeah, there. So that's how it would fit over the top of that interconnecting ring. Mainly focusing on build tonight because as you may not be able to tell, let me kind of tilt the camera up here. So there should be a power outlet back here in this area, but the power outlet that I bought hasn't arrived yet. It comes in tomorrow. And then once that is in tomorrow, I'm going to be able to get out my hole saw, cut the hole in the back of the table. So that way, then the absolute monstrosity so that way this monstrosity, my airbrush compressor, can get put back over in that corner where it belongs. And that way, once I have my air compressor there, I can actually start doing some actual work with paint again right here and get these painted up, because y'all need to paint that section. And I think there's not a lot to it. It's just mainly primer and then white. Let's see. Section 10 here. Okay, so 10 is basically taking and gluing all these additional little pieces on. Okay. So that's supposed to go. Well, that doesn't work. What's going on there? Hang on, did I screw up a step? No, it doesn't look like I did. Okay, next $1,000,000 question is then what part goes on top of this? You know what, I'm going to save the assembly of this piece for another day, because I'm going to need to reevaluate off camera how to do that one. So we're just going to skip on to step 11 here. Blah. Okay. Third stage, second stage. Okay, so this is parts of the second stage. $12 and $16. Okay, so yeah, we got to cut those out. I need to get a pair of new nippers here. Mine, the spring have worn out, but they still work. New pair of nips. What's wrong with yours? So the my nips are a little my nips are a little loose, as you can see there. They don't quite spring back to shape the way they're supposed to. You know. That was the best of us. All right. Checking to see if I can feel any real imperfections or anything there, right where I had to cut that off, which thankfully only feels like a little one right there. Hobbytown sells some excellent nippers, and I recall they were decently priced. Excellent. I happen to have one of those. I can go grab some. Probably won't be anytime soon, because bills are tight right now and whatnot. But yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. I'll look at that. I literally had to spend what little money I have right now on some upgrades as far as like a new microphone stand finally, and get the power outlet that's going to go back here. So those should be arrive. Those are actually arriving tomorrow, and then I can get those upgraded. So I'll have at least a little bit better. I won't have the microphone sitting like right here. I'll actually have it on a stand, and then that way it won't be in the way so much. Okay. Just trimming off some of the flashing here. There's just a little bit of excess material. Kind of the in opening is a little bit lopsided. You might be able to, might, it's hard to see. I know. Oh, there it goes. There's like a little excess material at the top. I'm just going to try and trim that off without causing any damage. I have files that I can use for this, but this part is kind of delicate, so I don't want to use files if I can get away with it. There we go. Yep, got to take care of those audio and electrical needs. Yes, definitely got to do that. Oh, yes, and thank you for mentioning it there, Mrs. K. Griff. Yes. Um, so we do have a little bit of a donation that we're setting up right now. So that way, if folks want to donate, they can. But I am trying, sight unseen, trying to make it to Anime Matsuri this year. My goal is to try and make it to Anime Matsuri. I know for a fact that I'm also going to be making an appearance at the at Dollywood for Experts Friday Night Live. That one I'm working on booking a room for. That one's coming out of a different paycheck, bank account, whatever you want to call it. So um I will definitely be making an appearance down there in Tennessee at Dollywood. That's going to be May 17th is the date of the actual event. And then I'm hoping with y'all's help that I can start to, I mean, I've got a nice little nest egg already put together from all my other donations. I haven't spent a penny of anything I've made in the last year off YouTube. I'm going to be renewing my StreamYard here in about another week or two, probably a couple weeks, as whenever my StreamYard is due to renew. And then have a pretty much everything else that I've got is going to be trying to go towards Anime Matsuri. That kind of being what it is, I'm gonna try and break it up into two kind of separate things. So one is going to be just the bare bones, try to get me to Matsuri, and then we're gonna have kind of a second donation thing, so that way folks can donate if they want to, you know, that way I have a little bit of something to walk around the con with and actually maybe grab some stuff if I see anything nice while I'm there, but not. I'm more interested in going for the people and just hanging out with all y'all. So For that, I would definitely say, as thankfully Miss K Griff actually did drop there my link tree, which has a link to my Cash app. So I realize that super chats and yeah, so super chats, super stickers, memberships are great, and I love those. But I, for especially things like this, I mean, YouTube is going to take their cut, and they're going to take a pretty significant cut, and I would rather that all of your funds go actually to whoever you're donating to instead of lining YouTube's pocket. Not saying that YouTube doesn't need something, but they already get quite a bit out of me. So I'm just saying, if you feel like donating in addition to your usual whatever you do for super chats and whatever, I would ask, if you're going to donate to my go or to my Cash App fund that's in my link tree. The Cash App, all of that 100% goes straight to me. 100% of that is going to go to getting me to Anime Matsuri. And if I can make it to Matsuri, that means, I mean, as far as I know, I think Ozzy and Jeff are going. I know that there's going to be a whole bunch of other folks there, and that way, I mean, if there's anybody else that can make it out west to Matsuri, I would love to be able to meet you guys out there. So, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna need to I'm gonna need to put my liver on the line to provide you guys with a fun product. But yeah, so that way you can have an incentive. But that's what we're looking at. So enough of me yakking about it. All right. K Griff says, "So, ooh, jealous. I want to go to Dollywood. Dollywood is sounding fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really considering going to Matsuri. Don't care about anime, but my husband does. I'm actually, yeah, I do like anime. I'm not like super into it. I'm not, as I used to be, but I do like it. Um, yeah, I think that I'll have fun there, but I'm really going mainly for the people. Uh-oh. Oh, I hit a button. That's all it was. Never mind. Okay. Woohoo. All right. So G. So that's 15. I think that's these pieces here. Revell does not do a good job at numbering their shit. This is actually my first Revell kit that I've ever picked up, and I have to say I am not impressed. Okay. Second stage. What number is it? All right. Well, this is hanging off, and rather than letting it potentially damage something, I'm just going to go ahead and clip it. I can't get anything in that corner, so I'm just going to have to X-Acto this thing. Not ideal, but is what I have. If it is what it is, it's what I got to do. Okay. That's very awkward because I'm not technically supposed to use an X-Acto blade like this to cut pieces free from a sprue, but it's kind of the situation I'm looking at right now. Yeah, definitely going to need my files for this piece. Now the question is, where the hell did I put those? Oh, good. They're in the coffee can. I say, if you and Jeff and Ozzy are there, it sounds scary. I know, right? I would love to be there with, and I mean, heck, I know there's a lot more people going, and these are people that I consider friends, and I really, but they're also folks that I've never met in person. It's kind of like getting to, I don't know. I mean, Jeff and Ozzy are just such cool guys, and I mean, I wouldn't have a channel. I wouldn't be doing this if not for both Jeff and Ozzy. I mean, and I also have to give a special shout out to Mighty Meat on that one. I wouldn't have a channel without any one of those three. And I've never met them in person, and I just, even if it takes all of my, all of my funds, and I only ever get to do it once, and even if I never get to do it again, it's like getting to meet your heroes and getting to meet people that are special to you because they've made a difference in your life. YouTube for me has been the greatest anti-depression. I mean, yeah, it's tedious and it can be a lot of hard work, and it can be a slog at times, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, just the long nights, the days where I would rather go to sleep than make content because I'm just tired. I want to go to bed, but I have to keep going. But at the same time, I still enjoy it. I mean, for all the stress and all of the you know, all the stuff that you go through as a content creator, I love the fact that I get to do this, and I get to do this for you guys. And I get to do this. This is the coolest job that's not really a job. And yeah, I mean, again, like I said, I mean, I wouldn't have a channel if not for Jeff and Ozzy. So, you know, getting to Matsuri is very important to me because it's a chance to kind of, like I said, it's a chance to kind of meet your heroes, people that have made a difference in your life, whether they know it or want to acknowledge it or not. And hey, I mean, I would absolutely love to be able to meet all three of them, Jeff, Ozzy, Mighty. I'd love to be able to meet all of them in one person just so I can say thank you for the difference they've made in my life. Anyway, enough of that mushy bullshit. I'm just going to stop before I'm just going to stop. Yes, it is far more work than people realize. The planning that goes into it is insane. I mean, that's part of the reason why I didn't do Edge of Reality tonight. So I love doing Edge of Reality, but it is a lot to research some of these topics, and I'm getting more and more resources that I can exploit to actually do more research and do more in-depth stuff, so that way I can make a better overall end product for everybody. So with that being the case, I'm really excited. But yeah, it's a lot of work. I haven't done that kit myself, so I can't comment on it. But Revell makes some very good kits and have for decades, but have built more Revell kits than probably any other brand. Okay. Watch that chat. Kaiser's cutting onions. Not even really cutting onions, but yeah, it was definitely getting a little personal. Hey, what's going on, Hal? Say, is this going to be a working model? No, it's just going to be a display model. But I go back and forth because this is supposed to be Apollo 11. But in keeping with my tradition of always wanting to continuously make um, film models or film-based models, I'm considering, because I've got all of the decals here for the Apollo 11. I mean, it just says Apollo, Saturn V, that kind of thing. But I kind of want to see if I could make it the Apollo 13 just for the movie. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Listen, I'm an emotional person. It doesn't take much to make me cry. Hal says, but we can blow it up right. Not with the sheer amount of man hours I'm putting into this freaking thing. No. Yeah, there's so much. It's like I put way too much time into these damn models to do that. I could be potentially talked into doing one of those things where they put like a bunch of like I could put like a metal rod on a base and actually have it extend up to the bottom of the rocket here, and then do like a bunch of like cotton or something like that, like a smoke effect, and put like some fairy lights in the cotton or whatever, and make it look like it's actually lifting off, and turn it into like a little battery powered lamp. That'd be cool. Like I said, I have fun with this, but yeah, I tend to sometimes do a little bit go a little overboard. That'd be make for an excellent diorama. Yeah, absolutely would. Yeah, I'm not much for dioramas. I've never really done them outside of like elementary school. So that would definitely be a change there. Okay. So the flare pieces are on the bottom. So it looks like this just fits in like that. Okay, yeah, that seems to work. Then there's a little ring down there. This says it's supposed to go in like that, with this bottom piece hanging or facing down. Now I got to see if I can get the mounting points to match up. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass. There we go. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to have to like find a way to glue that in place. That's going to be a pain. Excuse me. Because it's supposed to face downward like that. I'm not worried about paint or primer because that's going to get sorted out fairly easily. And I can always, I can always cover over some of this. Actually, I need something that can hold this in place. Oh, excuse me. Heartburn's hit me really bad tonight, waiting for my omeprazole to kick in. Actually, hang on, I have an idea. Okay. Oops. There, that'll hold it. This way. Because, yeah, it seems to deform a little bit. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put just a little dollop of glue there to hold it in place. Just a little bit. I don't need it to be like heavily stuck in place right now. And God forbid if there's any kind of a little issue later that needs fixing. I don't want to be dealing with a massive amount of glue on my hands there. Let that piece start to set. All that's doing. Let's get that back in there. Okay. So this is supposed to be facing the seams. Okay. Took that out for a reason. I want to try something here. Because this ring is very shallow. It's a lot. It looks a lot deeper on the actual instructions itself. Come on, damn it. Oh, good night, Mrs. K. Griff. Have a good night. Thanks for coming by. Everybody definitely say good night to Miss K. Griff. I say she's my my one and only mod right now. So she does a lot of work. Yeah, well, that's not ideal. That started to twist. All right, we're just going to have to try this, the old gravity method. Well, this is definitely in the running for the most frustrating part of this model I've had so far. Because these two pieces are a little deformed, so they don't quite sit right. I'm trying to get this to sit inside. All right, we're just got to pull that before it solidifies. Damn, that was going so well too. Okay. I think I'm going to have to come back to that one because something was not quite right there, and that piece started to give way a little bit. So I'm going to need to put a little glue on that and let it reharden, I guess you could say. Okay. That's where it is wonderful to have a little device like this. I can just clip there and clip. Come on. There. Make sure it stays perfectly right side up. Sounds like the cat's knocked something over, so I gotta go check. There we go. Okay. Unfortunately, cat knocked over some stuff, so I had to go help play roundup on that one. Knocked over one of my wife's Lego sets. Not happy. Yeah. I think what I'm going to have to do is, yeah, occasionally I had to make slight modifications as kits since the molds don't always come out perfectly and the poor molds themselves are still slight defects. Yeah. So the problem that I'm running into is that, as you may or may not be able to see, when I put these two pieces together, so they don't match up. So I have to basically, this side has to be pushed in, so this side has to be kind of pushed out in order for them to meet up when their tabs kind of go in at the right spot. So once they're together, there's also a very ugly seam there. It's bigger than I'm used to. There's an actual size difference in a few areas. It's hard to see, but yeah, there. That is kind of, I mean, I have to really put it together like that so that way it will even maintain shape. I wonder. Uh, yes, that was my plan. Was to go ahead and do it that way. Same way I've done with some of my resin models before. Is yeah, just hot water and then bend them. So I think I may just leave these pieces kind of rubber banded together for now. Who knows? Maybe they start. Maybe they'll start to kind of like their new shape a little bit. Might make it easier to bend. Who knows? All right. That back there. I have to kick the room AC on because it's a little toasty in here. Supposed to get snow tomorrow, and I have to kick on the AC in my office because it gets so hot in here. All right. So this piece, that neighbor's dog, new dog, I swear. I love dogs, but even I'm getting annoyed with this damn mutt. Just sits there and barks and barks and barks and barks. And of course, the owners don't do a damn thing about it. It's not that it's really that disturbing or anything. It's just, it's constant. It's like you can't shut it out. And it's just like this constant bark, 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 bark. Come on, dude. Give it a rest. As much as I hate HOAs, I mean, we do have a noise ordinance for a reason. Okay, we're coming along. So, with what we currently have, once those are kind of further constructed, this thing's going to be huge. What I'm looking at. This thing's easily going to be like 2 feet tall. Now I also have the very interesting sort of thought process of I'm not sure if I don't know if I want to just build the exterior of this or build out the exterior since it's just basically going to be a display piece and sit on a shelf most of the time, or if I actually want to go through the trouble of painting the inside of each of the individual stages, so that way each stage can like lift up and off, and you can take them apart and whatnot. I'm not sure if I want to do that, but I've got a ways to go before I have to make that final judgment call. I haven't actually even started building any of the LEM module or any of that kind of stuff. Okay. Well, here's a thing that we can do. So here's kind of what I'm looking at with like the internal, like how it would scale. I don't think that the lunar module part would be all that hard. Probably fine. Somewhere around here, I have the paint guide. Unless this is it. Okay, so that's the decal sheet. All right. I think I can figure out what I'm looking at there. So it's telling me to go ahead and take this and these little engines off. Now, this piece right here, actually, I'm going to need to paint the green color. So, okay. Damn, running into that problem again. Me reading the instruction manual. Okay, yeah, so this, I think, based on what I'm seeing here, okay. So I think I'm going to have to do the bending and some of that other stuff on another stream for that. Interesting. Yeah, I might just pack this one in for tonight and then grab another model because I've got a couple over there that I could work on. It's tempting. I'll put it that way. Do I really want to fiddle with it? Let me check something real quick. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to call it here until I can get the remaining part, or they get their power and everything. I'm kind of in a holding pattern, and I can't. I'm going to have to do some stuff off camera to try and bend these pieces and get those into place. So that might be a little bit of another thing I can do, like one of these days off. There's like off camera. So I think I'll go ahead and call it for the night. Thank you all. Appreciate y'all coming out and hanging out. And I say, I'm going to try and get another video done for that way. So that way I can have something for you guys to watch tomorrow. And then probably just going to hang out, play some video games, might pop in and say hello to MG at 11 o'clock. And well, other than that, I guess that's all we got. Again, definitely go ahead and hit the like button. If you're new here, hit the subscribe. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on the next build stream. I say, yeah, I'm going to try and do more of these. Hopefully have more eventful content, in the future. But yeah, this one was kind of trying to get my bearings again after a long hiatus. So anyway, thank you all. Hang on. Have a great night. I'll see you all later. Peace.